Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this morning. At Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate trading tools and our best in the business one-on-one training. We think that personalized one-on-one trading is really the only way to effectively learn currency trading. We do these sessions for a couple reasons. Number one is for education, to show you there are a dozen different signals off of our tools. I'm going to trade with two of them. One is something called the 10-point trade. The other is something called the thick orange line trade. But as I said, there are dozens of signals. Or at least a dozen signal, not dozens, but a dozen. As we coach you, you will find one that resonates with you, or a couple that resonate with you, and we will create a trade plan around that for you to become a successful trader. The other reason is so that you could see how accurate I am. And the only difference between me and you is I have learned how to read the indicators. And when you learn how to read the indicators, you'll be able to replicate what I'm doing. With that, I'm going to ask you to think about your why you are trading. I find it very profitable and also very fun. It's a fun job. I've done lots of different things. And this is one of the most profitable and fun things that I've done. We have to do it a couple hours a day, and it makes very, very good money. You do have to have some patience. It will take you about a year to get there. I've been doing it a little under 3 years. So with that, let us get going. And we need to start by listening to this guy. And I'm sorry I'm a little late. Again, I had a problem with my indicators this morning, but let's go.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right, that guy's he's a turnoff in the morning. So let's another advantage of our program is we do multiple live trades. We do 2 live trades every day, Monday through Friday. That gives you the opportunity to watch a trader trade. If in the beginning, if you just copy the trades, historically we've averaged about 150 pips a week off of these live trades. The people who do them are very good traders. The green section here is the member section. So once you've entered training, you've got the MIT in the morning. It's kind of a quick scalp trade. You've got the AIT in the afternoon. That's a 1 hour, or excuse me, in the evening at 10 p.m. Sunday, they do a trade at 6 o'clock. Got some training, continued training on Saturday morning. And then we got the advanced member meeting. For the lights, we've got 3 sessions plus the intro to coaching session. So tonight at 10 p.m., there's an intro to coaching session. You should be there. You should try to go to as many of these as you can until you're making 10 pips a day consistently. With that, I trade off of a little checklist, and that checklist is I first go to make sure my charts are connected and live. And as you know, we've had a few problem sessions. whereby my charts have been giving me a problem. And right before we went on, I had everything set up, but when I went to look, they were all blank again. And that was probably on Tuesday when we went to take the trade. The charts blanked out. I've got our trusty backup in place now, which is the old version. So if for some reason we do get stuck, he's up and ready to go and come back into service. But we're going to try to use the web-based ones for now. Review of yesterday. On Tuesday, we ended up not taking a trade because we lost the charts. Monday, we took a 12 pip trade, using the 10-point trade that closed successfully. As we are technical traders means that we are trading based on the price movement of the currency pair. Our tools are very good at telling us where the turns are and what's going to happen. However, news also impacts currency, so we want to know what the news is so that we can kind of trade around it. We look at the news by going to Forex Factory. ForexFactory.com breaks the news down into 3 categories: low impact, medium impact, and high impact. This morning, typically what I like to do is see what the high impacts are and stay away from them. So we got the red here. Fed Chairman Powell speaks at 10 a.m. and he's got the ability to move the market. We're at 6:30. Any trade we take should be done before he speaks. Ideally, I want to be out of it by 8 a.m. So we'll consider that when we're trading. At 8:30, there's a couple orange items. Some argue that 2 orange items equal a red. I don't really adhere to that, but since we've got the orange items coupled with the red items, that's going to be an issue, or that could be an issue. So we need to kind of be aware of it. I don't know, the couple of the Fed chairmans, I don't know if you follow the news, have recently resigned. In the major cities where they print money, they've got like sub-chairmans, and several of them got caught trading, and as a board member, you shouldn't be trading stocks because that's a conflict of interest, because the things that you say impact what the stocks do. So they've recently resigned. Why they don't have handcuffs on or going to jail, I don't know, but they should. They got a position of responsibility, and they shouldn't abuse it in that way. But that's, I guess, another topic. So let's get back to what we're here for, which is to trade. So with that, I've got the first chart set up. This is your light 6 major chart. It has, I call it the composite chart because it's showing us 6 different currency pairs all on a 1-hour candle. I like to trade off of the 1-hour candle. In the light program, we're having you typically trade off of a 5-minute and 1-minute chart. Here on the 10-point trade, I start with the middle chart, and I am looking for situations where we are oversold. That is, these lines are below the red line, or overbought, where the lines are up above the blue line. And when I have a situation where we're oversold, that becomes a buying opportunity. And then I want to see when the specific, I'm looking for certain things to indicate, okay, now is the time to take the buy. So here on the Australian US dollar, the lines are in the middle. Well, the minors are oversold. The majors are still in the middle of the channel, so I'm going to pass. Euro USD, Miners again oversold. Majors are starting to become oversold, but everybody's pointing down. Pound dollar, middle of the channel. U.S. Canadian dollar, middle of the channel. U.S. dollar, Swiss franc, we are overbought, but the lines are going up. What I want to do is I want to catch a situation where we are overbought and the lines are pointing down. When that happens, I've got a potentially good run, and I'm going to get the run through the channel. So if you see back here on the USD Canadian dollar, had I caught this here, we would have had a nice run with the 3 up candles. So that's what I'm looking for. I want to catch something down here so I can get the run through the channel. And also here, I could have caught the run coming down on the euro dollar. USD JPY, nothing. We're in the middle of the channel going up. We're going to have to take an extra minute here because, as we said, the charts, I just got this to come back up seconds as we were coming online. So I don't have everything set up as I normally do. So I'm going to go to my second pair. So what I've done is I've just taken this, cloned it, and then repopulated it with new pairs. These are primarily non-US pairs. Euro pound oversold going down. Australian yen, miners are oversold. Majors are in the middle of the channel. I don't have to look at the other charts, the other pieces of the chart, until I have the right signal for with the majors and miners. So it becomes a quick exercise in being able to, see if I've got a trade set up. Euro Canadian oversold going down. AUD NZD. AUD NZD. We are going down, and we're not quite halfway in the channel. It didn't get up overbought, but it did get up here, and then it's starting to come down. So this is a setup, and all the lines are clumped together, which makes it even a little bit better. So I've got 3 points here. And the first point is 1, that they were overbought; 2, that all the lines are going down; and 3, the red line, if you see, is crossed over the green, and the black line is crossed over the black. So if I've got 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs, and I want to count how many of these lines, there's 2 orange lines and 2 blue lines, are consistent with what I'm seeing here. So this is a sell signal. The 2 orange lines are going down, indicating sell, and the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means down. So the dotted blue is going up, which means sell. Thick blue is going down, which means buy. So 3 of the 4 lines here are telling me sell. I want a minimum of 3 of the 4 lines. I have up pressure here. It's weak up pressure. What makes it weak is the lines. The slope of the line isn't that steep, and the lines have a big gap in them, and the gap is increasing. But I do have the red line on top. So if I've got the red line on top, that counts as a point. So this is starting the roll. So I've got 7 points here. 1 point with the pressure, 3 points with the majors and miners, and 3 points with the TNT. When I have all of this, then I need to do a little bit more work. And that little bit more work is I need to figure out what the trend is and where the support and resistance are, because that's going to help me figure out how many pips the trade is worth. Now, as lights, we have it so that it's simple, that it's a 3-pip trade, and you don't have to do much calculating to figure it out. On this trade, you need to do a little bit of calculating to figure it out. So again, I'm going to open up a new chart. And it opens up what was last opened up. So we're going to just take, I don't have an AUD NZD on here. So I'm going to take the pound AUD, and we're going to convert it. So I'm going to change the symbol to AUD NZD. Now, the only thing I don't like about this trade, so we've got the setup, but the only thing I don't like is that it is in the middle of the night there. But wow, look at the, what do you think we have for a trend here? Very strong buy trend. So to the last 5 days, it's been going up. Now, what I want to do is I want to know where the support and resistance is. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So I'm going to take a horizontal line, drop it on here, and then I'm going to try to line it up with spots where I see there's some natural stopping. There's some in here, right in here, and here, and here. And I can't quite tell if it's in here or not. Then I'm going to just try to put a couple above and a couple below so I know where the stops are. Because what happens is that the market tends to repeat these stops. It will create like kind of a natural barrier. On the euro dollar, these tend to be about 30 to 40 pips apart when you're trading off of a 1 hour chart. So it's stopping in here and here a little bit here. Oops. Let's see if we get one more above. Stop in here, in here, right in here, in here. Okay, so now I'm going to pull it back out so I can take a look at it. And I want to know how much distance we have. I want to know how much distance. So the trend clearly is if I drop a trend line on here, if we go from here to here, clearly trading in an uptrend. Then the question is, I'm going to just take this off because it's hard to see. I want to know, I'm going to click the measure chart, and then I'm going to see how many pips do I have till I hit the support line, or the support line, which is about 4 pips, 5 pips, and 27 pips up and 4 pips down. 27 pips up, 4 pips down. So going back, we were looking at a sell trade, into a buy trend. So on a sell trade into a buy trend, I'm going to take less pips because I'm trading against the trend. The trend is powerful, so I don't want to trade against it, kind of like the tide. Now, the issue here is we only have about 4 pips, 5 pips till we hit this line. I don't want to take a trade for 4 or 5 pips. I'm looking for more pips than that. So even though we have the portion of the signal, the next thing I would do is I would go and then I'd want to confirm the signal by looking at kind of a full chart. I am not going to bother doing that because there's not much meat left on the bone here, in my opinion. I don't want to take a trade for 4 or 5 pips. So let's keep going and see what else we got. Pound, yen, and again, you don't have to take every trade that's there. It's good to be a little selective. You only need 3 trades a day, 2-3 trades a day. You're going to make money. I like to quit when I've made my 30 pips. Yesterday was kind of an exceptional day because we had that big down move, so I stayed a little more active. Big down move on the euro dollar. I stayed a little bit more active than I normally would, but you only need a few trades. Euro AUD, we're in the middle of the channel, so again, I've got more of these charts. So let's see if we see anything else. And 3 major numbers 3. We're going to click. We don't need that. Canadian dollar yen, kind of in the middle of the channel. Euro New Zealand dollar, middle of the channel. Pound New Zealand dollar, overbought but going sideways. New Zealand dollar yen, oversold, going sideways. Gold dollar entering oversold. Bitcoin USD oversold, going down. I know somebody who trades this, the Bitcoin, and she does instead of a 1 to 3 stop loss, she does a 3 to 1 take profit. So 3 times what she takes a 1/3. Her stop loss is 1/3 of whatever her take profit is, because she says if it goes the wrong way, it's going to go the wrong way. So just cut the loss right off and go for 3 times the profit. And it is volatile; it moves quite a bit. So if you get it, it's a good play. I myself haven't traded it, haven't got there yet, but I do know people, and she's almost 90% accurate on that pair. All right, let's try the 4th one. I like to have the charts up before we get here, just so we don't have to waste 20 seconds for them to load. Plus, it takes a minute or two for them to fully form. Australian dollar, Canadian oversold, minors going up, majors going down, so nothing there. Swiss franc yen oversold, going sideways. Euro yen in the middle of the channel. Pound Australian dollar just reaching over bought. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, middle of the channel. And Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we are overbought. Majors are kind of sideways. We don't have the crossover yet. And the minors are kind of still going up. So now let's go back. We didn't see anything. We've got 5 minutes left in the hour, or 4 minutes left in the hour. I'm going to change horses here. We're going to go and we're going to see if we can find a signal using the thick orange line. Thick orange line relies on what this number is here. Thick orange line is scaled. It goes from 0 to 10. When it is at 0, it means it believes that there's no more down in the movement. there's no more down in the movement, that's a good time to buy. However, we don't want to just rely on one signal or one piece of information to make that decision. We're going to get confirmation. And the way I'm going to get confirmation is by looking at what the majors and minors are doing. And I want to see that all four of these lines are well below the red line. So if I've got this at 0 and all of these lines way down here, that's a good trade. It's a little scalp trade. What's going to happen is you can think of it as a kind of a rubber band. The rubber band gets pulled because we're at the very end. And when the new candle comes up, it's going to release and we'll get a little 5 pip snap. So here on the Australian US dollar, we've got part 1 of the signal, but we don't have part 2. So I'm looking for this to be 0 or 10 or a minus within 1 point of each. So since we've got 3 minutes left, I'm going to kind of go through this fast. 2 is a no, 5 is a no, 10 is a yes, but I don't have my majors and minors where I want them. 8 is a no, 7 is a no. Let's go back. 0.7 is a yes because it's within 1 of 0, but my majors and minors aren't where they need to be. 0, yes, but my majors and minors aren't where they need to be. I want them well below. 5 is a no. 3.9 is a no. 6 is a no. 5 is a no. So let's go to the next pair. And one of the great things about this trade is you can go through a bunch of pairs in a minute. 0.6 is a yes. That's within 0 to 1, but my majors and minors aren't there yet. 5.4, no. 8.9, no. It's close. 1.2, no, no, no. Let's try the last group. 3.7, no. 0.3, yes. Minors are where I want them to be. They're well below the line, but the majors aren't. And I really care about what the majors are doing, especially the red major line. I want him down here where the gray line is. So I don't have that. So we're going to pass. 2.3, no. 9.4 is a yes. Again, we're almost there with the majors and minors. They're hitting the line and just a little bit above, but I want to see them well above to take this trade. 5.6, no. 1.9, no. So we've just looked through 24 pairs using 2 different signals. And this morning, we didn't see a signal that I wanted to trade with. We saw the setup 1 on AUD NZD, but the problem there was that there just wasn't enough room. We were trading against the trend, and I don't want to take that trade against the trend. And then we're bumping up to this line. So for the risk reward, to me, it's not worth it to take a trade for 4 pips, 5 pips. Let's see if we've got any questions. No questions. So I'm sorry we didn't get a trade today. Be back on Monday at 6:30 Eastern. We are here to make you terrific traders, to change your life, to get you doing something that's fun and profitable. And there's not many things out there that can do that. The tools work. We've been doing it a long time. And as you can see, between me and what the other people do, they're very effective. All right, great. Thanks so much for being here today, and we will see you on Monday evening. Bye-bye.